Number two, that was the marriage, cohabitation, and the divorce. Now, we have to see that what are the perspective on the consequences of the declining marriage and increase in the divorce. Although we have a clear discussions on the the things that what are the reason behind declining the trends of the marriage and increasing the divorce rate. If you wanted to check that what are the reason behind declining the trend of the marriages, you need to see the previous lectures, and then you will get better understanding that what are the perspective on the consequences of the declining marriage and the increasing divorce. We will start this lecture from the questions is that what replace married couple. Let's see what replace basically married couple. I'll give you few arguments about that what replace married couple. The first one is changing people attitudes toward marriage. Changing attitudes toward marriage. Probably the most fundamental thing is that people attitudes towards marriage have been changed. The idea that marriage is a necessary tradition or uh, a scared duty have declined, you can say, drastically. Marriage is now seen as a choice. So that is something is a replaceable thing because marriage now has become a choice. Number second, there has been increase in the household diversity. I will explain that what is a household and what are the diversification in the household, which that would be our next lecture. Despite declining of the marriage, most people still couple up. Most people couple up, and due to that, cohabitation has been increased. Cohabitation has been increased. Number four, cohabiting couples are more likely to break up. Are more likely to break up. So relationships have become more unstable. A related factor here is that serial monogamy. And what is serial monogamy? Serial monogamy is that when one family ends up, or you can say when one relationship ends up, they will be in a second relationship. Either women will go into next, you can say cohabitation, or then the next marriage, or the man is also going into the next relationships. It could be in the shape of marriage, or it could be in the shape of cohabitation. So that's become serial monogamy. Number four, sorry, number five, high level of divorce. High level of divorce. High level of divorce create more single parent household. Single parent. Single parent household and more single person household, as well as more reconstituted family. Reconstituted family. I will explain in the next lecture that what is reconstituted family. Just for the short idea, when people getting divorced, they will make a new family. So that's become reconstituted family. I'll spell it again. Reconstituted family. Reconstituted family. The last one, it is not important to exaggerate the decline of the marriage, but most households are still headed by the married couple. So we will see that what does it mean. But we are defining the terms, consequences of the declining the marriages and all this stuff. Let's see what are the different perspectives. First perspective we will discuss, feminism. Feminists are would generally see the decline in the marriage as as a tradition, as a good thing. Feminists support that process because traditional marriage is a patriarchal institution. So they said the family is a patriarchal institution. Family is a patriarchal institution. More divorce proceedings are initiated by women, which suggests that marriage works less well for a woman than for a man. So what do they think? When women take initiative of the divorce, that means that marriage process is not working for a woman. So, however, what radical feminist believes, they would point out that increase in the divorce has not necessarily benefit to the woman, as children go to live with the mother in 90% cases following a divorce, and single parent families, like mostly female, suffer high level of poverty and stigma. So they said the divorce is not a good thing because 9 out of 10% kids will stray, kids will stray with women. So women have more burden, have more poverty stigma. So that was a simple perspective of the feminist. Now, the next perspective is the new right. The new right. They interpret that these trends in a negative way, as indicating a decline in the morality and breakdown of the social structure and order. The family is supposed to be a fundamental building block of the society. They believe that family runs the society. So, and it is difficult to see when what replace it. So, replacement is very hard to accept. Is hard to accept, and it will put a concern on morality, because there is, if there is no family, there will be moral concern of the society. Without the family, we risk less effective primary socialization and more problem children as well when economy or for the adults. But it thinks that family, because it becomes a primary socialization, and when there is a no family, then that would be a more concern about the primary socialization of the kids. Then the third perspective is postmodernism. The decline of the marriage and increase the divorce reflect the fact that we are the part of consumer society where individual choice is the center of life. The end of the ideology of the nuclear family is seen as a good, and postmodernists tend to reject the idea that traditional married nuclear family is better than other family forms. They said traditional families, decline in traditional family is good, and a development of nuclear family is a good. That is good, and as a result, development of new family is also good. Nuclear family is also a good thing. And postmodern, as I explained, as I mentioned it again, they reject the idea that traditional marriage, nuclear family is good, better than the other family norms. So these trends not significant problem for either individual or the society. So they think that everything is okay. That situation or declining or increasing divorce will not put a significant impact on any kind of individual life. Then we have the late modernism. The last one is late modernism. People still value marriage, but changes in the social structure make it harder to start and to maintain the stable relationships. So, greater gender equality means it harder to please the both partners, and the fact that both people have to do paid work doesn't help with one communication required keep a relationship going and or helping with the people. We already have a discussion on it. So people now delay getting married not only because of needing to establish a career first, but also because of the increase of the cost of the mortgages and the weddings. They they think that there are so many reasons because declining the marriages. The first one is the social structure has been changed, then because of the gender roles, it could be another reason that basically has declining the trend in the marriages. So more not only these reasons, but cost of the mortgage and the weddings has also been increased, and because of the increase of the fear of getting divorced fear of getting divorced with the cohabiting trend, new norms before marriage. So new institution also emerged to help us cope up with the insecurities of the modern relationships. Marriage guide and pre-industrial agreements are the two most obvious. So in short, marriage is not all about disappear as an institution, but it's not easy path to pursue either. So they think that marriage is now it's not an easy thing to pursue. Marriage is not an easy thing to pursue. So that was some perspective about feminism, the new rights, postmodernism, and late modernism on the declining the marriages and increasing the divorce rate. So that was